I'm Ra Ali, and this is On the Contrary.
Yes, it is.
It's definitely given on this week's episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's the shoulders.
I'm waiting for the weather next. Give it to us, baby.
You know it's always hot on this motherfucking set. Okay.
It's an understatement.
Steaming hot.
It's hot.
Hot is an
We're in
understatement.
Miami.
We are.
Well, what's the hot topic?
Yes.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
I
Oh,
don't know.
I got, listen up. Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Organic. Hey,
Hi.
let's get to it. You know, this to get your freak on episode. So we want to get extra freaky, you know?
Uh-oh.
Does it ever make sense to confess to cheating?
So to me, I feel like, I'm sorry, ladies, I'm with the men on this. I definitely don't think that you should confess to cheating unless you're caught red-handed.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have a partner and everything is, actually, I don't think you should ever cheat on your partner.
Right.
So there should be nothing to say.
There you go. So I guess what she's saying, because really, if
There's
you're
nothing
going
to
to cheat,
tell.
yeah, you shouldn't be caught, right? So don't confess, because ignorance is bliss, one of my favorite things to say. So if she don't know, she'll never
I
know.
just caught herself.
She
Like,
really-
wait.
Yeah. So there it
Motherfucking
goes.
save, right?
That's how you clean it up.
Look, Ron's like, I represent marriage, so we don't do that over here.
All jokes aside, I mean, to confess,
Doing too
I
much.
definitely think that's some white people shit. Like,
Right.
it's on my conscience, and
Yeah.
I really just, it's been sitting with me,
Right.
and I can't even leave.
Sorry, Marge.
Okay, all right.
They be like, fuck me sideways, I'm caught.
Right. Yeah, damn.
Don't they always say some outlandish
Yeah.
shit
Almost
like,
definitely.
like, what the fuck, fuck me the next week?
Yeah,
Why
they're
you wanna get
different.
fucked into
They go
something
to
so
next
bad?
level
You
with
said,
it.
fuck me sideways, I'm
Yeah.
caught. Yeah, I don't think that makes any sense. It's like, why would you create an issue for yourself unless, let's say you feel like it's going to come to your partner on its
Yeah.
own, on their own, or it's going to be revealed to them. You want to definitely
front of
say
it.
it first. Or you feel like they're going to be embarrassed by it being exposed. Outside of that, I just think that you should kind of just move in silence if you can and just get through it.
I
You know
hate
what
that I feel like we starting this episode with a straight code switch, but ladies.
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah. Now,
Nah.
unless I ask you.
Now y'all know I'm
Now,
all
if I
for that.
asked you if you cheated, then you should absolutely tell me the truth.
If you feel okay, if
If
you got
I ask you, it's
information,
because I know anyway.
yeah. If you got, see, I say never confess to cheating unless you caught. You know what I'm saying? Bloody handed.
Like caught to the point where
Yeah,
don't
like
say
your skin
in the
off the
act.
bone. Like you got the bone of the skeleton in your hand. You
In
ain't
the
redheaded.
He
It's
said,
just
like, if they
dripping
confront you
blood,
together.
baby. You know what I'm saying? You crucified with the spike through your hand. Like, yes. She
Yeah.
here with you. They both came to get you, confront you together.
They got videos in the phone.
Yeah, it got to
They
be
compare text
unlimited.
messages.
It's like the feds. You got 95%. Hey, baby,
They done
I'm going
checked
to
your
take this plea.
longitude and latitude.
I'ma
Yeah,
take this
I'm going to take this plea, baby. I love you. I was just fucking with her. Can we work this out? We're going to drop. I did that before. Like,
Yeah.
I love her. I'm wrong with her. Let's work it out, baby. That's how you do it. Unless you caught bone dry, crucified handed. Confess.
Because on the contrary, right?
Let me hear that.
Do you want to know? Like, I mean, I
Right.
think to the part of it is, I even said I've been cheated on once or twice. But if I was cheated on other than that, my mental space is protected from ever have
Yeah.
knowing. And I feel like when you truly love a person, you don't want to be delivering hurt. You know that this
Yeah.
news is going to fuck them up.
We're
They're not
giving you
gonna
a
wanna
service,
hear
not
it.
letting you know what's going on. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
blessing.
but like you said, so I agree. Unless, gun is in the hand.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Gunpowder on the chest.
give it up.
You fight.
It works better for you when you do that. If you
That's
caught
different to me,
red-headed, they actually, as long as it ain't the 4th, 5th, 6th time, it's like the first time, you good that first time. No question about it. You confess, a little tears, a little going to prayer, we're going to talk to the pastor, a little therapy, you good.
But that's hard now because, the sides be wanting to be the mains.
Yeah, women always gonna tell on you 90% of the time.
Before, I feel like it used to be they know their place and they could be
doesn't-
around the wife. They could be around the husband and they would still be sitting there like nothing's going on.
Right.
Nowadays,
They tell
they
her.
is in your DMs like, yeah, but Sweetie said to me, yes, says that.
Right.
And then you think you're doing something and like, yeah, every last when he kissed you, you taste my pussy last. I'm like, oh, these bitches don't care.
All right, when it comes to sex, how many times a month is average?
How many times a month? is
Yeah, should you have
average?
sex?
At
Yeah, what's the
minimum
average?
16.
I think definitely 18 to
Shit.
20.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everyone's answer is going to
Yeah.
be different.
Yeah.
And it depends on your life at home.
Yeah,
Like,
your
if you have
schedule.
someone that's super busy, scheduling,
Right.
there's a lot of things. You kind of got to make an appointment. Like, listen, I want some ass.
I want to
You're going to be home
Yeah.
for 2 hours before you go to sleep. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I love appointment dick. I'm gonna keep it honest with you.
Yeah.
That shit let me get the motherfucking easy big warmed up and everything. I know it's coming. You ever know?
Yeah.
You
She
just
said,
know.
she said the easy
They
bake.
warmed up. That motherfucker ready.
Cause then this was when I come in full oven, but we gonna get hot a little bit. But I like that anticipation of like knowing it's coming, but like waiting on it and like building that shit up. But yeah.
So this is a relationship we
20
talking
times
about?
Even if you just casually fucking, how many times should you be fucking?
Yeah, I mean, I can't fuck a same girl more than like 4 to 5 times a month. Like I was in a relationship, I couldn't do that shit. That shit was weak. But a new girl, I go 30 for 30. You know, new pussy, I'm going 30 for 30 if I can, if it's something new and nutritious. But if it's the same woman, man, once a week if you lucky. Like I can't do the same shit all the
So
time.
your appetite, if you could have on a 30-month.
Yeah,
30
like yeah, I
30
could, but
basis.
for me, occasionally, if it's talking about new and I'm excited, I say 3 times a week, whatever that add out to for new
I
girls.
want to point out the fact that you actually said the same chick 5 times.
Yeah, I
so
can't do that.
basically, if he fucking multiple chicks, he's still getting to his 20,
Yeah,
just not with one pussy.
yeah, that's how I'm more breaking it down.
Okay.
I can't do the
I
same
think
one
that
all
makes
the time.
sense.
Who comes first in life, your parents or your spouse?
100% your wife comes first.
I agree. Your spouse.
Does your husband come first?
Yeah.
Husband,
You
yeah,
agree?
your spouse. Period. Yeah.
Spouse.
Over your parents, which is doesn't sound nice, but that's just the way
It's
it
just
goes.
the way.
I
it is.
My
agree.
mother and father been married for over 50 years, and they put each other first.
Before anything.
Yeah, you starting your
Always.
own family now, so it got to be first.
Yeah,
I
my
feel.
dad even ate before all of us.
Yeah,
Fed
boss.
him first.
Shout out to him. Yeah, I agree. Everybody agree on that for
Which I
sure.
think is crazy,
You starting a
y'all.
whole new lineage, whole
You
new family.
wildin'.
This is the new family. You
Which
got to
I
be
think
first.
it's crazy that they even
I wanted to
that's
see
even a question.
Okay.
Next
To the
question.
parents?
All right. How many bodies is too many? Is it different from woman or a man?
I'm
Is
so
it
tired of
different?
this fucking question.
Yeah, me too.
Listen, how many times? I don't really care.
How many bodies though? How many people?
I'm not gonna. I don't. You're never gonna get an honest answer to
If
this
a female
question.
tells you, "Listen, I slept with 150 guys in the past couple of years,"
but
do
nobody's
you think
doing
that's
that.
no? Of course, there's people doing
Yeah.
No,
that.
I mean nobody's telling that. Like no
Let's
one.
say somebody did. Do you feel like that's too much
100 to 150 bodies and when?
in a past couple of years?
In the past couple of years, this is not your sex work. You're not a prostitute.
Yeah, that's a regular girl.
just-
It's a regular girl that's sexually active that has a
Yeah.
high appetite for sex.
You can have a high appetite for sex without fucking 150 people.
But is it too much? Is that
That
too many?
I think that is too many. But I just don't believe people are giving real answers to
And
this
do you think
question.
it's
So
separate
you'll
between
never
men and
really
men?
be able to gauge it because no one's telling the truth.
Is it different between women and
We
men?
know y'all got 100 motherfuckers.
Yeah, for sure. For me, I don't really care about body count as
That's
long as
why I
ain't none of
care.
my friends or family I know. Because once I hit that pussy, that clock gonna start over. I'm gonna restart that motherfucker. I'm gonna knock it back to 0. So I'm gonna be first. As long as ain't nobody I know we can run
And
around.
y'all
Oh, I
want the
fucked her.
experience.
Honestly,
I don't care.
Cash,
Fuck all
I
them
feel
on.
like you gotta do us a favor.
What I gotta do?
You gotta see if what he's talking about is real or not.
Oh, you cannot volunteer my vagina. What I can do is I
You
can
gotta let
orchest-
us know
I can
because
orchestrate a
this
person
is for the
who might be
people.
able to help.
Yeah,
Shit.
it ain't
for the
that way.
people.
We ain't gonna just go out
this
like
is for the
that.
people.
No, first of all,
This is
it's
for the on the
it's
contrary.
motivational speech for me.
Yeah.
You gotta surrender that pussy.
Yeah.
The people need to know. We know
And
you
we
gonna tell
want
us the
a
truth.
full report.
Nah, it's understood. Like,
Now this is for. I'm asking this for a friend. This is
Yeah.
for the people. On the contrary, we want a full report.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
we want
always
you to be
coming out
able
top.
to counter back when he says something.
yeah,
We want you to be able to like.
She's literally trying to
Trying to
convince me to
converse,
fuck for
yeah.
the culture.
Yeah,
That's what she
yeah.
do it for the people.
On episode 5.
Yeah, go break it down, huh? Like over time, we're gonna see the algorithm understanding. Like no one ever not told me I wasn't their best or the biggest. No one in my life. I'm always
Well,
the
no
number
one's
one.
gonna tell you you was their worst. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but you talking about years down the line when they come circle back, get divorced and shit. It's different. Like this ain't no just running the mill. Cause I ain't giving a woman nothing for her not to say. I ain't taking care of nobody. So they standing on it just cause what I'm delivering upon them. Like
I hear you. I mean, that's why with this body count question is bullshit to me because you want, even for men, you want a woman with experience.
yes, I do.
Right? And you got to keep it real. Most guys are like your ass that might not be clocking in a certain amount of time for them
Facts.
to develop that experience with one partner all the time.
Yeah.
So what do you want? You want Virgin Mary who got no skills, who got no nothing, who gonna suck your dick like she's like literally like you need to pay her to make her do it with enthusiasm? Or you want the woman who's gonna be a fucking sexual sadist and take you in and suck you in like a succubus?
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
The topic of the week.
Okay,
Look at
let's
that.
see.
It
I like that
actually
point on it.
chimes into what she just said.
It does
Yeah.
actually. At what point while dating do you bring up your kinks Also, how do you ease your partner into sexual scenarios that are very new and uncomfortable?
I think we got to break that up because that's like 3 questions.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, go to the first one. At one point during sex, do you bring up your kinks?
During sex?
Yeah.
At
Or
what
No,
point?
dating.
Oh, okay.
During dating.
Well, when dating, I think it's not the same for every person. You have to gauge your level of comfort. I think you bring it up when you believe that person's going to, like, you guys have gotten past the conversations that should be coming before it, right? Like, I know that I am into you enough to have an interest in sex with you. So now we should probably talk about, like, what about sexual things? But I'll tell you this, I never, ever, ever coach people to wait too late for that discussion either.
Yeah.
You can talk about sex in a mature way that doesn't suggest that you mean you want to fuck them that day, right? But I do want to understand that when I get into bed, if I ask you for a certain thing, that you ain't going to be like,
Yeah.
which is like, so do it in a way, and a woman's going to have to initiate it because most guys don't do sex talk too much until a woman opens the door and lets them know, like, we can talk about this. So I do think at that point when you can ask a person a simple question, what's the wildest thing you ever did? Or is there any fantasy that you've always wanted to explore but you never got a chance to? You can ask a question that might open the door and then y'all talk about it. So I think it's at the point when you know you really like this person and you will fuck them for sure.
That's a great way to address it too. Like, it's not super direct. It's an indirect way of asking that very uncomfortable question that someone may be like, oh, you know what? I don't want to answer that. Like, do you like fingers in your ass?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can't bring that out at the dinner table.
Yeah,
You can say, talk to me about some of the experiences you had.
Yeah.
Someone may be more open to discussing that in that way.
Yeah,
And how you respond is going to determine what else they're willing to tell you.
Yeah,
Because
one of my
they
friends-
even ain't going to tell you they want a finger in their ass.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
One of my friends, he taught me this, and this is something I always use too. I get it out the way quick, almost the first date, because you break it down, you make it open conversation about sex, just like you being inquisitive, and you just bring up certain things, different points and things like that. You can get it out the way fast. You like ask. It's a question game you do that I always do, and I get it out the way fast until we know certain things. And then also, I feel it's best during sex to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
So, like, for me, when a bitch going by them balls, I lift that leg up a little more. They want to go lower. I'm like, go ahead, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's during.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She like,
that's for real, though. That's why I pleasure map.
so you will know, like, you know what I mean? We got, as I said, I'm communicative while I'm inside vagina, so I like to know then. We could do a little bit before, and then during, you can see where they going to go with it. Want to keep going, keep going, baby, go all the way there.
Do you wax your ass?
No, I don't wax. Sometimes I shave the dick hairs. I want an extra centimeter inside the pussy. Sometimes I take down a couple centimeters so I get the hair off. But I don't shave. I ain't no
with the
hairy nigga.
clippers?
I ain't no hairy nigga. Yeah. I got. It's called. I ain't gonna. But Manscaped. It got certain clippers. Yeah. I had a partnership with them. But yeah, you cut it down. I don't do my ass. I ain't a hairy ass motherfucker. Thank God. So yeah, but yeah, you keep that little clean
Do
shaven.
you think it's something wrong with a person waxing their ass?
I don't know. I'll get my ass ate, so I can't say it's nothing crazy. But I ain't did it. You know what I mean? Something motherfucker might
Do
be
you
crazy. I
prefer
don't.
cash? Do you eat ass or not?
I have, yeah.
Do you prefer waxed or unwaxed?
I want it clean.
Like completely
So it
waxed?
doesn't have to, it could be waxed or
Tapered.
brought
Like a
low.
fade.
Yeah, we're not going through the forest.
Okay.
Bitch like me don't like to be in the woods anyway.
I like hair on pussy. I do.
because hair is
you
a hygiene.
Yeah, I like a bush. I like fur on my beast before I kill it.
So many
like
men
that.
say that. So many men,
Yeah.
they might want like the area that they're gonna be licking to have a little bit of
Yeah,
a
it's
light
more-
trim. But a lot of men, they think they associate it with maturity, womanhood.
It's a better penetration feel on that piss hole when you enter in a little hairs tickle that piss hole some more, and it get damper with the pussy. It just make it more fumigated. It feel like.
And it holds odor.
Yeah, but it actually. But I like a little
like-
scent too. I don't
like
want
a
a
little
funky, but a little endorphins. What is that? Sweet taste. You know what I'm saying? So I like that too, but I don't want it.
Endorphins.
I don't want it funky, but it does something to my libido when I got a
yeah.
little.
Which is why a lot of women clean the lips, but like that upper pubic area that's not getting licked and fucking all that kind of stuff. When a lot of people just like leave that low or tapered or whatever. I'm just not like full bush is a little bit much for me.
Yeah.
But
It all
yeah.
depends
And
on
the
the
same
texture
goes with
too.
dick. Like I'm trying to put all your dick in my mouth.
Damn.
And if I feel like you got a little forest at the bottom, it's going to change how deep I'm putting your dick in my mouth. Because like you said, odor is one thing, but hygienically shit get trapped in here. Like,
Yeah, but technically, if
I don't want no MSG, all the salt from your last session just sitting on your motherfucking pubic
that's
hairs.
true.
I'm going down to suck some.
Yeah, that's why I never did
thank
no
you.
train with a nigga. I'm like, nigga want to do trains, you fucking her, your dick is in there, now my dick, that's tight. What are you doing? I ain't mixing the moistures, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of weird to me. I never could do that, like never in my life, and I did some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they actually like hair on vagina actually keeps it healthy, they say. Like,
Oh, healthy?
yeah, you can Google that. Yeah, it keeps it healthy, keeps it from like different things entering it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh, because it gets trapped in the hairs before it gets to
People-
enter.
People
Facts.
don't. The thing is that
That's
people,
great.
She's stupid, y'all. Because people, but the other thing is you got to be on your hygiene. I think that's the other side of it.
Period.
A woman who's just naturally always kind of, I don't know about y'all. Anytime I go to the bathroom, I'm making sure that everything is still what it is, you know.
Yeah, woman got a responsibility with that thing, you know what I'm
Because,
saying?
you know, if you got naturally wet pussy, you always,
Damn.
you know, moist.
Yeah. and also, you got to keep it real.
Hungry.
Feed me, see more. You know what I'm saying? But also, make sure you got the good texture. I hate to tell it, but make sure your texture. If you got nappy ass, goddamn, Kitty Kunte hairs on the pussy, cut that shit off for me, please. You know what I'm saying? But if it got nice grain, let it stay. You hear me?
Well, you need to be using a vulva moisturizer. Because, look, I don't body shame. And there are women out there who, for religious reasons, for a lot of reasons, don't cut all the hair. But there are things to help with that. Like, you can use things to help maintain your pH and stuff and keep it clean. But, yeah.
Okay, so
Like
next part of the
regularly
question.
regularly going to the OBGYN.
Yeah.
Simple.
That's important.
Yeah, that's the woman's
That should be
job.
the number one thing right
Yeah.
there.
You know, that's our test right
'Cause
there.
Google's not
when
your
they go.
doctor.
When they go get the test, hey, you clean? Then, hey, you clean too.
I cannot.
If you clean, I'm clean, right?
And you know what? And niggas ain't
I'm
shit
going
for
to the
that.
gynecologist. Nigga be like, oh shit. Boy,
Right.
heart
Wait till
like
she
this.
get back. Wait till she get back. Hey, baby, did you get your results?
Yeah. Well, everything
Good?
cool with you?
All right.
I swear to God. I swear to God. That is what they
That's
do.
how we
Hell
confirm
yeah.
it.
Y'all
I'd
need
have
to
passed
go to the doctor too.
I know.
Though.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's shit that, you know. It's
For
shit
sure.
that, I'll talk about this if it's not me because I'm more
Yep.
comfortable in these conversations. So it's not the same. But for the person who feels nervous about how do I introduce something new?
Yep.
How do I say I have this kink or, you
Which
know.
is typically a man saying that he wants threesomes. Because it ain't really nothing else that a nigga gonna really ask for
guys-
besides you to suck his balls and give him bitches.
Yeah.
So
The
how do
guys
you bring
is
that
Damn.
conversation?
But for a woman, what if it's like you want? So like if you have a kink that you want your
Yeah.
guy. So to me, right, you always want to do it in a way that's fun or funny.
Yeah.
I do what we call a negotiation, but really it's just like on a scale. Like we're both answering the same question, so
Yep.
I'm leveling the playing field. For example, I can say, okay, when it comes to like nipples, on a scale of 1 to 5, how much you like it? You a 5? You like it a lot?
I like my
Like,
nipples
we
sucked,
could
baby.
talk
Suck
about
mine.
Yeah. So if a guy then says,
Shit.
"Oh, I like my nipples touched,"
Every
everything.
piece
He
of
with
him
the shit.
licked. Okay, for the
Yeah.
top
I
of
don't do
his
the
head.
toes. Bitch
all
sucked
of
my
it.
toes
Turn
one time.
around
Like,
and
bitch,
send
I
it
used to
to
play
her. You do all
basketball.
that shit,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Bitch was sucking on my toes one time. I said, bitch, that's the hoop. I got athletic feet. You got to relax, baby. You're doing a little too much.
Yeah, no, but that's what I would do. And if they're open, if their number is kind of like a 3, 4, that says like they're curious. So it's like, okay, so can I lick your nipples? Like you can easily,
Yeah.
you know, segue from
Yeah.
there.
Now, got the question of the week. Here's your question of the week. My boyfriend has a micro penis and it's blowing my high. Not me. You know what I'm saying? No homo sapien.
Right.
Shout out to everybody in the world.
Right.
I'm so sorry because
His-
Ryan,
that was,
the church, not Lord, no. Like
Yeah,
she
that's
went
crazy.
straight there.
That might she hollered right there. It's over.
Like,
I'm
no.
reading this shit while you saying it. I'm like,
I know that was crazy.
Right.
She already know what the advice is going to be from her.
Right,
off the
right.
first 5 words.
He's
Go ahead.
perfect in every other way, but
Okay.
that penis ain't penising. I don't know if I can live my life like this with just his tongue and toys. She needs help. That's a woman speaking.
This is me giving advice as like just woman to woman, right? There's no way with the shortage of successful black men, right? This is being real, that I'm going to advise a woman that's being taken care of in every other way to leave the man because he has a small penis. Because that just wouldn't be logical for me to give that type of advice. I would say this is a very, very hard topic because you don't want to encourage someone to step out of their relationship because doing that could end up backfiring and you could still end up sabotaging and ruin the relationship anyway. And if you can't just be satisfied with just toys and tongue, what other options are there? So this is a very hard scenario because you're kind of fucked, no pun intended. fucked.
or not
Definitely ain't
fucked.
fucked,
Or
yeah.
not fucked. But you know
no.
what? You know what I'll say though?
Yeah.
Guys who have micro penises know they have micro penises. You'd be surprised how aware some of them are, because a lot of men come to me, DMs, whatever, and book sessions with me because they know I can't say shit once they book that that confidentiality clause in that bitch. Listen, I got a little dick. What can I do? So a lot of them are open to it. Maybe you need to explore lifestyle. And I'm just going to say this is not for everybody, but maybe you need to explore whether that partner might be open to going into spaces where you're not doing it behind their back. If not that.
He's probably not, because a man with a small dick is probably even more insecure than
But
one
you'd
that
be
has a big
surprised.
one. And he's going to feel like, oh, so now someone else is penetrating you and they have a bigger penis
But
than
some
I
of them
do.
do it.
I don't think that a man, especially a black man, is going to tolerate that.
A lot of
That's
them.
definitely one of your white clients. That's
No,
gonna-
no, sis. It's some black men who do it. I mean, there's a whole world out there. There's clearly swingers. So, and we know that there are celebrities that's out there swinging. So I think to pretend as if that side of life don't exist is the problem. We automatically assume that somebody's close to it. Let them tell you no, right? Because this woman clearly said she can't do just toys and tongue. So the only other option is, if this man is not going to consent to you getting this, clearly if she's asking for help, all that other shit that he got is not enough. So I'm also being a realist about it. She either going to take what it is, or she's going to end up cheating if she's not comfortable asking this person.
But being that she's asking for advice, I feel like we're not able to give her solid advice, because that is a very hard.
I could give her some.
Oh, Lou,
I
let's
think
hear
she needs
it.
to go and find out the hard way that the grass may not always be greener.
Yeah.
Because if she steps out and she got the big dick, right?
Yeah.
What's next after that? Now she may be missing out on what the other guy provided,
Yeah.
and then at
Right,
that point
so-
it may be too late.
Yeah.
So why not put? There are literally men who consent to them. They go to play parties. They find other couples.
But
or
that's
they
not
da-da-da.
likely.
Yeah, that's-
Although it
It is-
happens,
it's not. It is
it's
very
not likely that a
though.
man is gonna be like, you know what, Cash, baby, I love you, and
Go
I know
fuck
I ain't
somewhere.
giving you this work, and I
Yeah.
know I ain't.
No,
really
he's
packing,
not. But that's not
But
the
you
conversation.
can go ahead and fuck Jerome,
Damn.
because I know he gonna dick you
See,
down
but
the
Rod,
way you
that's
need.
not
Just
the
come
conversation
home.
I'm saying. We know he ain't coming with it, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if that person is open to explore, if a guy could ask a woman to be open to a threesome, a woman should.
The
get
rules
the
ain't the
access to
They
it.
ain't the same.
Let's-
It's
Y'all
a
don't,
different hurt.
what I'm trying to tell you is,
Let's assume
it
he said no.
exists. If he says no, then this woman's not going to be happy.
And see, that's the only thing,
She's not
because
gonna be
and that's the
happy.
only thing that can work if she's in an environment of knowing who's the next partner is. Because, like I said in a previous episode, a woman plays Russian roulette every time when she run into a guy. You don't know what the next nigga got until you already fucking, and it's too late. You might got a micro too. You might run into 20 micros in a
Yeah.
motherfucking row.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
telling
You see what I
you.
mean? You don't know, and then you got to go through that process of trying to catch one. You never know who you gonna run into. So
Yeah.
only how it's gonna work is you leave and go play Russian roulette and find another guy that's gonna do all this other shit, and you don't know if he got a good dick for you, or you just do some swinger shit and just sign up to get chained up and goddamn have big goddamn mandingo man who you know guaranteed to got that motherfucker you want to come in that room and take care of you.
I just think we're acting as if people don't have these
difficult.
type of consensual agreements.
No, they do.
I'm not saying it's the average relationship, but I'm telling you, and I'm not saying this to you out of I'm guessing. I'm telling you because I know.
Yeah.
There are people, I have literally sat with this couple, but just not this couple, and they have literally opened themselves up to things that they probably would never thought that they could. Because I've had men who said that woman, just like he got all that shit, that woman may also have everything that they want.
Yeah.
And they're like, but I don't want her to feel unsatisfied or whatever the case is. Sometimes it's dope, but sis, what you open the door for yourself for, you might have to open the door on the other. His face might end up in another pussy.
For
You
sure.
never know. I'm just saying, she not gonna stay with his ass with just them toys and tongues. So either ask him, can you get another dick, or go or leave. It's really what it is.
Yeah. Now we got to get it off your chest. It's your turn.
All right, Cash.
Cash,
Talk about-
it's your turn. Get that
What
off your
you
chest,
need to
baby.
get off your
that
chest,
motherfucking
Cash?
bosom. Like you got a
know
lot
what?
on that
You know
motherfucker too.
what? I'm gonna be honest. So this is really something that I'm not necessarily upset about. I'm just tired of the conversation. Like every time I open my phone, I'm scrolling a blog, I'm looking through the comments, everybody's arguing on this shit. How much a person should be putting out on a first date, or how much a man should be spending on a first date, or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, like there's a fucking pie chart out there that goes, oh, on date 1, you should be spending approximately between this and this. If she's this, like, can we just talk about the fact that this is a situational thing? Like, if a guy really, really, like you said, you had that woman who you liked for 10 years and you was like, fuck it, I'm taking her to Hawaii.
For sure.
That was the first date,
That was
right?
30,000 too.
You went on a trip. So my thing is, can we stop talking about how much other people should be spending on other people and let, you know what I'm saying? That's a conversation for them. If he decides that this woman is worth me taking her out and spending $300, $400, $500 on her dinner tonight, then he's going to do that. If he think you a $70 bitch, or you know what I'm saying, he going to take you to where the $70 bitch is going. It might not be Applebee's. It might be the Cheesecake Factory. So the bitch in the car that was complaining about it.
Yeah.
He thought you was the Cheesecake Factory bitch, so he took you to Cheesecake Factory.
That shit used to be the good place when we was younger. What the fuck going on? But hey,
and it's not that there's
little
something
kids
wrong
wear
with
Gucci at school
Cheesecake
now. I get
Factory,
it.
but my thing is, he thought that that was a sufficient date
right,
for you.
for sure.
A guy, I've dated many guys who like, oh, this bitch, I gotta take her and go get the best steak in town, like, because when you like where they rate your quality is going to determine what they're willing to put out in that circumstance. So I don't know about you guys.
And also too, not to interrupt your rant because you're supposed to be ranting.
Yeah.
It also might be the guy might not be exposed to that much. Just like I felt like that guy was just an ordinary, everyday, respectful, really cool working guy.
Yes.
And I don't think he found anything wrong with that. So I feel like there's a way to introduce him to something that you like. You could go and say, let's sit down here, let's talk, and see what is he used to eating. Does he usually cook at home? And also, he's not an African American man. I think he was something else. Maybe
he was.
He might have been a Middle Eastern or something like that. I think she should have spent more time kind of figuring out like what he's into. Some guys they might even have long bread, but they might not be into some of the things that our people like to do and spend their money on.
Yeah.
So he might be able to take you on a trip to see the world, but might not know the top restaurants or might not spend his money on luxury cars. So you might have lost an opportunity to see more than just a steakhouse.
And the crazy thing is, by how he responded, you could tell he wasn't that kind of guy.
Yeah.
You could tell that he's the kind of guy, if you were like, honey, there's a place I've really wanted to go for a while. I've seen their menu. I've been dying to go.
He could have been like, I didn't even think anything of it because it's really only our culture that makes everything about status and I gotta go here to eat because we spent so long and so many years not having anything. So now it's like, oh no, I only eat this, I only eat there. And you should have standards. Like, you should have standards, but I think there's a way to handle things and to present it. And like, for instance, recording him and put it on social media shows you really not that girl yourself. Because you could have shown that man so many things without humiliating him. And you could have just got something to eat at Cheesecake and just got an opportunity to see where his head is at.
Right.
Because I would have went and I would have talked to him. Most men, I find, and you guys tell me because you guys are on the platform, right?
Yeah.
I think that when they genuinely like a woman, it's not that they want to do things that make you happy. They want to please that's within their financial, you know what I'm saying? We're not asking nobody to break the bank. But even a guy who is just a hardworking average Joe will work his ass off to give you, even if it's like, baby, I can't take you there next week, but I know she want to go. So he might bust his ass so he can take her that night, get her, you know what I'm saying?
And that's nothing wrong with that.
I agree 100%
Everybody
want
to act like they already arrived. Everybody rich. Everybody only eat at the best of the best. Everybody got a Lambo. Everybody got, you know what I'm saying? That is just not the case.
Yeah, most of that shit ain't nothing but extra bills. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I live that life, and that shit, I want to get rid of a lot of that shit. That shit is big ass bills. I'm tired of that shit, man.
They so busy on
they
what
come every month. Fuck them.
Restaurant they went, they ain't got shit in their name.
Right. So I'm cool, but it's conversations and communication, like and as we all should know, it's the levels of the I like you than more who you look like, what you are. It's, as a guy, if I like you and think it's more than some pussy, then I would do more than something to get me pussy. So if I see that in you, then it can happen. Even if I want to trick you a little bit, I might take you there too. So it's like, what? I'm just keeping it pure, right? Yeah. So like, it's
honest.
Yeah. So it's like you could get it whatever you want. I could go Cheesecake Factory, like, bitch, you hungry? Let's go get something. Yeah, what do you do? But it's like, okay, let me really impress her. Blah blah blah. Take you to Maestro's, all that. Just fuck you one time, send you on the way. But I'm on some rush, go to Cheesecake, and I really fuck with you. We just gonna get this today, and we're gonna be here forever. We go to Maestro's for the rest of our lives.
Right.
We just on some quick shit
go
right
there
now.
Tomorrow.
It's levels of the love.
I had a friend who he was 7-figure nigga, and basically he dated a woman who wasn't like, she wasn't used to that kind of stuff, but he saw a value in her. He felt like her mind, the ideas she had.
Yeah.
He was like, if I put something into this one right here, I know she could just make
Guys
some
do
shit.
that, women don't, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
know
We're gonna
what?
pull you up. You ain't gonna pull me up.
You just talked about all the women who done pulled
They
your
helped
ass
me out,
up.
but they ain't
I
pulled me
got
all the way
audacity
up.
to say that.
It runs out. Listen, women
That's
just go
okay.
great
We just
bad
had this
eventually. They gonna
conversation
pull
an
you up
episode
and they gonna
ago.
leave you. They gonna pull you up a little
She
bit
took
and
care
then,
of me.
hey,
She put me
a
up
little
in the
bit,
house, and
a
that's
little
all I
bit.
had was dick to give.
and then they turn
And
right
now here
and they
we
turn
are
bad
a
on
whole
me. That's
nother
why I had to get some more because they keep on switching on me. I can keep getting another one. But that's it though. That's all I gotta say.
But that's so I think it's one of those things. I'm just tired of talking about it.
Yeah.
Let people determine that shit for themselves. Y'all in the comments, guess what? That motherfucker ain't taking you on the date next. So why do you care?
Worry about the wrong shit
Yeah, go find yourself a way to put a deed in your name.
Amplifies everything
for no reason.
And
Keep it
that
real with yourself and others.
concludes this week's episode of
On the contrary.